Pisces, your energy is soft but unstoppable this June. Self-love becomes your foundation and life starts to feel like it's finally working for you. Hey, I'm Lindsay. I'm a Western tropical zodiac astrologer and subconscious reprogrammer, here to remind you how energetically powerful you really are and to help you transform your life. That typically involves you releasing some of your limiting beliefs, reprogramming your subconscious mind to success so you can actually manifest the life that you truly desire to live. Pisces, we're going to kick this off by looking at the general transits in the sky for you for June, and then I'll open up the chart and I'll take you week by week so you can see how your month is going to unfold. Pisces, remember, it is up to you to be an active participant in creating your reality. Astrology is an awareness tool and it helps us understand the energetic potentials that are swirling in the sky for us. However, it is up to us to take some physical action toward creating our best life ever. All right, Pisces, let's get going, starting off with Mercury in your 4th house at the beginning of this month. Now, Mercury is your intellect, it's your communication in your 4th house of your home, your family, and your personal inner security. So there's a couple of ways this could play out. You might have your mind on your own secure foundation. This is energetics, this is emotions, this is your mental energy as well. So it's really you standing in your greatest security, feeling very confident and secure and empowered with who you are. Now, it might be a time where you're also really focused in on your home life. Maybe you're focused in on creating better routines in the home, cleaning up the home, spring cleaning, finances, things of that sort. It could also be a time where you're receiving news about a home. If you're buying land, buying a home, selling a home, building out your real estate portfolio. And it could also be a time where you receive news about your mother, or you're in communication, more communication with your mother. And also a time where you're really communicating with your family more as well, maybe deepening the connection through communication, or just setting aside more time to spend with your family. Then on the 8th of the month, Mercury enters into your 5th house, and now you are super expressive. This is the house of life's pleasures, what really lights you up inside. And so you might be thinking about what you're really enjoying about your life, and you might be thinking about the things that you don't really love anymore that maybe have to go. Now, the 5th house also involves the energy of romance and children. So it could be that you're connecting with many different suitors at this time, Pisces. You might be thinking about having children, extending your family in some way, or if you already have children, maybe your thoughts are with your children more. It's also a time where you're super creative. You might have a really creative idea kind of download into your brain, and this is a time where you're ready to go for it and really express yourself. And finally, Pisces, if none of that applies to you, it might be a time where you're really focused in on your business. The 5th house does involve entrepreneurial pursuits, and Mercury is kind of the planner. So you're thinking about ways to build out your business, become more efficient, effective, productive, something along those lines. And then on the 26th of the month, Mercury enters into your 6th house. And now you're really focused in on your daily work and health routines. Maybe you're focused in with work on communicating better with your boss, starting a project, ending a project, talking with your boss about ways to get promoted, get the raise, what you need to do. You might be in more communication or direct communication with your colleagues as well. Now, as it relates to your health, this is a time where you're focused in on your health routines, your physical health, your emotional, mental, spiritual health. You could receive guidance or receive some information around your health to help you be in better health. Maybe you've healed yourself as well. Mercury is the mind, and remember, your thoughts create your reality. So if you're struggling with some sort of health issue, maybe you need to think about the ways that you're thinking about it and start to change those up so your outer reality does shift. And finally, Mercury in this house is you really focused in on your day-to-day life. And so you're like, okay, maybe if I switch up this part of my routine, I can become more effective and I can log off my computer sooner in the day. How can I become more productive in my daily life? And how can I connect with more people as well? Because we got kind of chatty and sociable Mercury in this 6th house of you bopping around town, running your errands and things like that. So Pisces, we know what you're thinking about this month, but what about your love and your money? Well, Venus starts off in your 2nd house, and this is really powerful energy. Venus, the energy of money in your money house. It's very likely at the end of last month and kind of the beginning of this June 2025 that you are going to feel more abundant than ever before as it relates to the money that you are earning because of your natural gifts and talents. Now, this energy of love, Venus, the energy of love in your 2nd house of your self-worth, is also very powerful. Because if you think about the second house, it involves your self-worth, your gifts and your talents, and your money. So if you don't feel worthy, you're not going to pour into yourself and enhance your gifts and talents, which means you're not going to be earning as much money as you could in this lifetime. And let's be real, Pisces, everybody wants more money, whether you're spiritual, you're awakened or not, because money is a way that we exchange goods in this lifetime. It's a way we exchange value in this lifetime. This is a time where you might be really stepping into your self-worth and loving yourself fully for where you are at right now, because you realize, Pisces, that if you love yourself right now, you have stronger manifesting power to create an even better reality for your future. And then on the 6th of the month, Venus enters into your third house. Now, once again, we got this love and money energy in your third house. It could be a time where you're traveling a short distance and you meet up with somebody on your travels that you kind of have this flirty energy with, and maybe you go on some dates, maybe form a relationship even. It could be a time where you're connecting with somebody from your childhood, third house energy, and they're like, oh my gosh, I've had a crush on you since high school even. And it's a time where you're really filling your mind with tons of love for yourself. Remember, Pisces, that you have got to be your biggest cheerleader, your biggest hype person. If you are not fueling yourself with love, who really is? Nobody can love you as much as you love you, Pisces. So allow yourself to fuel your mind with really positive thoughts, because your mind creates your reality. Now, as it relates to money, this is a very powerful time for you to do any marketing, promoting, sales, communicating, really putting yourself out there, because this energy of love and money is hanging out in your communication house. So if you're a business owner, sell. If you are working in an industry where you're marketing, promoting, whatever, this is a time for you to really shine. So Pisces, we know what you're thinking about, we know about your love and your money, but what about what you are actually doing? Well, Mars starts off in your 6th house, and Mars is a planet of action in your 6th house, once again, of your work and your health routines. So it's likely that you're very focused in on your work at this time. Maybe you're working longer hours, maybe you're in the office longer, you're rather assertive, kind of leadership type energy in your job as well, or you're being recognized as a leader, which is very nice and likely very well deserved. Or it could be, on the other hand, that you're very focused in from a physical perspective on your health. You're switching up your exercise routine, you're eating different foods, you're changing up your diet, you're doing all the things to maybe figure out something to do with your health. And last but not least, you're just moving and grooving in your everyday life. It's like you're doing this and then you're doing this and you're doing this and you're doing this, and you have tons of physical energy to get it all done, and you're actually being way effective, way efficient, and very productive. And then on the 17th of the month, Mars enters into your 7th house, and now you're really focused in on your relationships and spending time with your friends, spending time with your partner, spending time physically, perhaps with your business partner as well. It's a time where you might be meeting up for coffee dates with your bestie, or going on a fun date with your lover, maybe to a game like a sporting event, or doing something fun like going to an arcade or something like that. Or it could be a time where you're meeting a business partner rather than online on Zoom. You're actually meeting at a physical location to discuss business or something like that. Now, if you don't have a bestie or a business partner or a partner, it's a time where you're putting yourself out there. You're more assertive as it relates to relationships. So you're like, I'm gonna go be vulnerable, be courageous, and put myself out there, say hi to the person I think that is cute from across the restaurant, that type of energy. Pisces, before we discuss Jupiter, the planet of abundance and expansion, finally switching signs for the first time in a year, hit the subscribe button if you're a Pisces or you have one in your life. Pisces, you know what? Hell yeah, I'm so excited for you. Jupiter is entering into your 5th house on the 9th of June, and this 5th house is a house of your life's pleasures, of fulfillment, of contentment, of happiness, of joy, of prosperity in your life, your overall life. So this is a time over the next year where I would expect you to really step into a life that you love. It's like you might have been perfecting your routines, figuring out what brings you joy and what doesn't, and now you have arrived, and you are just going to be so magnetic and so abundant and so happy for the next year with Jupiter in this house. Now, this is also the 5th house of romance and of children, so you could be dating a bunch of different people at this time, trying to figure out the perfect match for you. Or if you're in an established relationship already, you might be discussing expanding your family by adding some children. Or it could be at this time that you are super creative and expressive and you're not afraid, you're very confident, you're ready to share your creativity with the world. And Pisces, creativity is one of those energies that does get rewarded in this reality, in this time-space matrix that we're living in. So the more creative you are, the more confident you are to exude and send out and share your creativity, the more the universe is going to reward you. Now, one last thing, Pisces, if you are a business owner or an entrepreneur, this is a time over the next year where you could really expand your business out and become super prosperous, because the fifth house does involve your entrepreneurial pursuits. And of course, Jupiter is bringing the abundance and the expansion. All right, Pisces, let's talk full moon and new moon, and then I'll open up the chart and I'll take you week by week throughout the month. On the 11th, there is a full moon happening in your 10th house. And remember, full moons typically bring endings, completions. They bring things to culmination or to fruition, or it is a time where you might discover something that you didn't notice before. Because if you think about a full moon, it's like a flashlight illuminating something kind of hidden in the shadows. So this full moon is happening for you in your 10th house of your career, your business, your social reputation, or the personal legacy you're building out in the world. So I would expect at this time, there's some shifts that are happening there. Now, they don't have to be negative. It could be that one door closes, so a better one opens. You leave this management level job to become a C-level executive type of vibe. One part of your business isn't doing well, so you decide to shut it down. So you have extra energy and attention to the parts that are doing well, and it expands. It's that type of energy. And then on the 25th of the month, there is a new moon happening once again in your fifth house of life's pleasures, of joy, of happiness, of romance, children, creativity, and your entrepreneurial pursuits. So send out your desires to the universe in any of these areas of your life and allow God, Source, Universe, Creator to deliver. The way that you do that is by being very clear, concise, direct, and not being afraid to say what it is you really want. Using words like I insist, I require, and I command are going to help you tell the universe what it is you desire, and also showcase to the universe that you have the faith and the trust to know that it will be delivered to you. All right, Pisces, let's get on to the week by week. But before we do that, I just want to let you know that I am not a doom and gloom astrologer. I recognize the power of my thoughts and my speech, and I trust that those two combined with my emotions and my actions do create my reality. So even though there are sometimes some challenges in the chart, whether it's a square or an opposition, I like to look at these challenges or reframe them as opportunities for my soul's growth and evolution. Because once you reframe challenges as opportunities, your entire reality will expand. All right, Pisces, look at the bottom right corner of the screen I just circled. This is the calendar that's going to take us along and move the planets in the sky for us. So if I'm talking about dates, you can always check down there to kind of see where we're at. All right, let's go. Let's do the dang thing, Pisces. Thanks for your patience this month. I promise I will be on time next month. Lots of spontaneous trips in June that just threw me off schedule. Okay, week 1, June 1st through the 8th is called the week of good vibes and positive transformation. And here is why. All right, Pisces, hell yeah. Starting off the month, you have got Saturn conjunct Neptune in your 2nd house, sextiling Pluto in your 12th house. This is so powerful, Pisces. Oh my gosh. Saturn, the energy of responsibility, discipline, emotional intelligence, maturity, conjunct Neptune, your dreams and your wishes fulfilled, dreams coming true. This is a time where you could bring your dreams to life as it relates to your money, as it relates to your gifts and your talents that earn you money. And this energy is sextiling Pluto up in your 12th house of your dreams and your wishes fulfilled. Pluto, the energy of transformation, regeneration, rebirth in this 12th house. It is so freaking beautiful. So this is absolutely you being able to make your dreams come true if you were to take some action here, Pisces. It is also the energy possibly of you stepping into greater self-worth. And because of that, you are able to transform yourself by perhaps releasing a bad habit, by stepping into greater faith and trust, not only in yourself, but in the divine, in God, Source, Universe, Creator, in your connection with your higher self even. And Pisces, this is super powerful energy that is just beginning. So a sextile really quickly is a harmonious aspect that basically says the door is open, but Pisces, it's up to you to take action and walk through the door. So you'll have to do a little bit of work, right? Maybe step into your self-empowerment. Maybe enhance your gifts and your skills and your talents. Maybe release a negative or bad habit that's been holding you back. Find and cultivate your faith and your self-trust. And Pisces, if you need help doing that, you might want to join the Cosmic Collective today. It is a transformative, spiritual, and kind of energetic community that I host, where I'm helping members inside understand their energy and really get out of stuck cycles that might be holding them back. And people are completely transforming their lives inside. You can check out more in the description box below. Um, but with this energy, look down here at the calendar, and I'm going to take you through all the way to June. I'm sorry, July, just to show you that this is a long transit. This is a long aspect. Pluto, Saturn, and Neptune are outer planets, so they move much slower in the sky than the personal planets do. So this isn't something that's just going to be a quick jump at the beginning of June. This is going to play out for you for quite some time, and it is so empowering. It is so beautiful. That is you making your dreams come true. And I'm so excited for you, Pisces. Let me know in the comments below how this plays out for you or what you plan to do with this energy. Remember, we have to be active participants in creating our reality. Okay, then from July 1st through the 5th, you've got Venus in Aries. Oh, sorry, June. I'm in July. We've got to go back to June really quickly. I'm like, wait a minute, this isn't right. Venus is in Aries. Let's go, 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 Lindsay, go. Okay, Venus in Aries down here at the bottom of your chart. Sextiling Jupiter in Gemini. All right, this is really beautiful. We've got Venus in your house of money, Venus, the energy of love and money in your house of money, Jupiter in your house of your home and your family life. This is expansion. This to me is like you're making way more money, which means you can put that money into your home and your family life. You're making way more money, so you're going to buy and sell land and real estate and make even more money. You are pouring into your natural gifts and talents, which makes you happier. You're in your greatest self-worth, and that brings joy and optimism and happiness to your home life. This could also be in a more energetic way. You know, if you really tapped in, it could be that you're starting a business with your starting like a family business, because you've got Venus, the energy of love and money in your money house, Jupiter in your expansion, home and family. So it could be a time where you have an idea for a family business, Pisces, and if so, go for it. This is super powerful manifesting energy in the sky, and it's very easy energy too. Once again, it's a sextile. You have to take some action, but it's not going to be hard, right? It's not a square in opposition. And this will go through about the 5th, 6th of June. So this first week. All right, moving on. Oh my gosh, it's so good already, Pisces, and we are just getting started. Let me know in the comments below if you like this format, please. It will help me decide if I'm going to keep it going. I've really been enjoying it. I've been getting good feedback, so let me know. All right, from the 2nd of the month, June 2nd, you've got Mercury in Gemini, Mercury in your 4th house, Gemini, sextiling Mars, another sextile, another harmonious aspect for you to take a little bit of action in your 6th house. Okay, you got something going on, receiving some sort of news about home and family life that is causing you to maybe switch up your work and health routines, right? Mars is a planet of action. Mercury is receiving news. Maybe you get to work from home every single day now or something like that, and now your routine changes. Maybe you're receiving news about a family member, and because of that, you are physically doing something different in your daily routine. You might be receiving news about your mother. This is the house of the mother, and maybe it's causing you to take some action as it relates to maybe your health. Like your mother had some sort of health, whatever, some sort of genetic something, and so you're like, oh, I'm going to be proactive and take action in this house of your work and your health routines. Could be that you get news that you get to work from home. I think I said that already. But it's like big, bold news that is causing you to take action. It could be that you are receiving news about some land or some real estate or something. You're working harder than ever before to get that raise or promotion. This is your work routines so that you can get the land, buy the house. It could play out in so many ways. Let me know in the comments below, Pisces. All right, let's keep it moving. And that energy is playing out for you until about the 8th of the month. Till about the 8th of the month. One last thing we need to talk about in week 1, the week of good vibes and positive transformation, is more toward the end of the week going into week 2, which is Venus down here in Taurus. Now Venus is entered into Taurus, squaring up with Pluto in your 12th house. Venus in the 3rd house, squaring up with Pluto in your 12th house. Now, Venus in the 3rd house, the energy of love, in your house of your thoughts and your speech, how you speak to yourself. This could be that you are doing some healing, some subconscious healing, some inner healing through meditation, through journaling, through self-reflection. You could even be going on like a short yoga retreat, like a quick yoga retreat to help you regenerate, transform, and heal something around like your energetic bodies, your spirituality, something along those lines. Now, we can talk about, ooh, let's get rid of some of these arrows. We can talk about also this idea that it is a square. So something is kind of pushing you to do this, maybe take this trip, maybe communicate, maybe talk better to yourself, something like that. But this is also the energy of millionaire, billionaire energy in the sky. Anytime you see a Venus aspect with Pluto, whether it's a conjunction, sextile, square, trine, or opposition, this is the opportunity for like big wealth. Now, if it's in your birth chart, congratulations. You have the potential to be a millionaire or billionaire in this lifetime, so get to work. But it's transiting for everybody. So this is like money coming to you, Venus in the 3rd house, money coming to you through like your written words, something you say, sales, marketing, promotion, you selling a book, you selling your ideas even, and it really does transform and creates like your biggest dreams and wishes fulfilled. Pluto in your 12th house of your dreams, of things coming to fruition and cultivating and coming to reality for you. So super powerful, even though there's like a little bit of tension with this square. This tension is the catalyst for you to grow and evolve into this millionaire, billionaire energy, into this like healing energy in the sky. So don't get annoyed. Use it as fuel to your fire, Pisces. All right, moving along very nicely to June 9th through the 15th, week 2, which I'm calling the week to get right with yourself. Here is why, Pisces. Okay, we got this bringing your dreams to life energy with this Saturn Neptune conjunction in your 2nd house, squaring up with Mercury conjunct Jupiter in your 5th house. Now, this is like a little bit of money tension. Maybe you feel like you've been kind of stuck, like you have big creative ideas, big entrepreneurial ideas, Pisces, big ideas around romance, children, and you know that you can bring them to life because you've got this like emotional intelligence, energy, maturity in your house of money. But there's like a bit of like oh, I'm nervous. Like, how am I going to do this? Maybe I'm still struggling with the money I need to really blast off. Maybe if I were to just do the dang thing, send out my creative energy, meet up with the business partner that wants to work with me, start my side hustle already, I would have all the money I've ever dreamed of and more. But there's some sort of tension there around your biggest dreams, creative ideas, and money, and your gifts and talents. But get right with yourself, Pisces. Stop dogging on yourself. Like, you have got to be your own hype person in this reality. Nobody is going to hype you up the way that you can. So please hype yourself up, pull up your big girl pants, big boy pants, like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, like Mel Robbins says, and go. Just do it. And once again, if you are struggling, then join the Cosmic Collective. I can help you. And if you don't want to hang out with me every single day inside of Discord and online, then no worries. You can choose inside the description box below the Unleash Your Manifesting Power course. And it's a video course that I take you through healing every single one of your chakras, getting yourself in nice energetic alignment. And when you are in energetic flow, where your energy is just flowing so effortlessly and easily and harmoniously, you are activating your manifesting power. You've turned it on. Now it's time for you to do the damn thing. Okay? So there's lots of options, Pisces. So don't let yourself get in your own way of your dreams and your wishes fulfilled. All right, that's only happening for the first couple of days, the 6th through like the 11th, and then you're kind of over it. So once again, just let it be a little bit of a catalyst for growth and evolution. On the 10th of the month, you've got Venus down here in Taurus in your 3rd house, sextiling Mercury in your 5th house. And here it's like you might be connecting with a romantic partner that you meet on vacation, connecting with a romantic partner, communicating with somebody, romantic partner from your childhood, communicating with a romantic partner from your neighborhood even. It's like a meet cute. It's like your own little meet cute. And by the way, this is super powerful manifesting energy. Why, Pisces? Well, because you got Mercury. Why is this? Oh boy. You've got Mercury, the planet of thoughts and speech, hanging out with Venus, the planet of your emotions, and all you need is a little bit of action, and now you're in perfect alignment. Because the manifesting formula is your thoughts, your speech, your emotions, and your actions in alignment. That's it. It's very simple. Most people want to overcomplicate it. Don't let that be you. So this is a time where you got lots of manifesting energy. It could be also that, once again, this is like very much like you're radiant, you're magnetic from like a sales perspective. You're very charismatic, a little bit persuasive perhaps in your verbal or written words. And because of this, you're really able to express yourself out with like a lot of love behind your words in your creative way, in your creative endeavors, in your entrepreneurial endeavors. And so you're magnetizing lots of new clients to you, new ideas to you, maybe launching out a new product or course or something like that. Even super powerful manifesting energy in the sky. And Pisces, let's watch where Mercury and Venus dance together. So I'm going to go down to the calendar on the right, and I'm just going to scroll and look at this. They're just moving so nicely together in the sky. Isn't that so beautiful? Until about the 22nd, that's kind of when they break the sextile. So from about the 10th until the 22nd, you have this magnetic, super powerful manifesting energy in the sky. So please use it or lose it. Remember, I told you at the beginning of the video, you've got to be an active participant in reality creation. People are not just lying around meditating their lives and like willing them into existence. Meditation is part of it, but we actually have to take some physical action, unfortunately, as humans on this planet. Okay, finally, the last thing we need to talk about in week 2 is another square in the sky, but don't worry, this one is going to break you free of something. Whoop. We've got Uranus down in your 3rd house, squaring up with Mars in your 6th house. Once again, this is a little bit of a tension. There's something that's frustrating, but it's going to help you break out of a stuck cycle. And this stuck rut really has to do with likely the way that you're talking to yourself, thinking about yourself, things you're thinking about, and you are going to release maybe like negative energy, right? Uranus is the energy of releasing and dismantling things that do not serve you so you can rebuild, you can innovate, you can reinvent yourself. And Mars is here in your 6th house taking action. So you got to stop talking shit to yourself, Pisces. I should have said I'm going to hold your hand when I say this, but your negative self-talk is really getting in the way of you making serious progress in your day-to-day life. And so let it go. Really allow yourself to let it go. Now, the other way this could play out is you know that you need to learn something. You need to go deeper in your studies so that you can have like a better day-to-day life, so you can change up your routines in some way. So just do it. Like really just do it. It's not that hard. Don't overcomplicate life. If you decide you have no problems in life, guess what? You will have no problems in life. I decided that a long time ago for myself, and I have a very simple and easy life, and you can do the same for you. All right, moving on to week 3, the week June 16th to the 22nd. I'm calling the week to go big or go home. And Pisces, Lindsay with Love does not play small, so we're going big. So go big with us. Let's go. All right. On the 17th, you've got Jupiter. Let me see. We've got to move this over a little bit. I'm just going to put it to the 18th, even though it's technically the 17th, so you can see what I'm talking about here. Oh, now we're into the 19th. Well, that's okay. All right, we've got Jupiter here in your 5th house, sextiling Mars in your 7th house. Jupiter, abundance, expansion in the house of romance and children, sextiling Mars in the house of your relationships, taking action. I mean, this is you like really falling in love. This is you going for it, Pisces. This is you perhaps making some babies. If you don't want to do that, be mindful there. Expanding your family in some way. It's a time where you might decide that there's like a specific person you've been dating that you want to turn into a relationship. It's a time where you might have opportunities to meet a bunch of different potential investors or business partners, and you pick one. Mars in planet of action in this house of relationships, business relationships. And I think that's about it. You're really just taking some big, bold action around relationships, around really you enjoying your life to the fullest. And that is so beautiful. And that's happening all week, week 3 for you. So enjoy it and have some fun, because Jupiter, the planet of abundance and expansion, in your house of fun, with Mars in your house of relationships. So have fun with your friends, have fun with your lover, go have fun and have some happy hour drinks with your business partner for all I care. Just enjoy your life. Not too many though, right? Everything in moderation. All right, moving on to the final week of June. I'm calling June 23rd to the 30th, the week to manifest it all, Pisces. So if you've not been hyped this entire forecast, get hyped now. It's fun to live a life of like joy and fulfillment and happiness. So hang out with me. I'm like a serial optimist. It's just part of my natural energy. And you'll become more positive too. All right, so you've got, starting on the 25th, a Jupiter cazimi. A cazimi is when a planet appears to be entering into the heart of the sun, and this energy is amplified and merged, and it's just more expansive than ever before. And it's the planet of abundance and expansion already. So happiness, joy, abundance, fulfillment, prosperity, just overall optimism in this during this time on the 24th in your house of life's pleasures. I mean, Pisces, you're just going to have an amazing new year starting with this June energy. I'm so excited for you. So expect a jolt of just like happiness, expansion in this house of your total fulfillment in life. And you wouldn't think it could get any better, but it does. Let me show you why. I'm going to move the chart on the 25th. Now you see that you've got the new moon hanging out here as well. How freaking exciting. So if you didn't have some big, bold, exciting thing happen to you, or if you just didn't have a burst of optimism in your everyday life on the 24th, on the 25th with the new moon, it's time to blast out your desires. I insist, I require God, Source, Universe, Creator to have more romantic partners, better ones that suit me and my energy, to build out my family, to be more creative and bold and expressive, because I know when I am that I will get everything I want. When I'm creative out into the universe rewards me. Or maybe to be more abundant and expansive in my business as well. Oh, Pisces, I've been talking so much today. I've been filming so much, and I feel like I'm talking very quickly. I have to say, sorry, it's my natural state, but also you're the last person, or you're the last recording for today, and I'm ready to be done. Okay, so 2 more things. On the 26th through the 30th, this is happening simultaneously. The first is that you've got Neptune conjunct Saturn once again in your second house of money. And let me bring this along so you can really see. You've got this energy trine Mercury in your 6th house. You might be receiving some really good news about money, really good news about your health and yourself. And so you're feeling more worthy than ever before. This is the energy of like news around work and health routines. And it's helping you bring your dreams and your wishes come true, likely about your money. So this is very beautiful. And a trine is such easy energy. It's like flowing so effortlessly and easily that you might miss it. You might miss it. So pay attention and be aware. From the 26th to the 30th, what news are you getting? And if you're getting this good news, is it helping you make your dreams come true around money or your gifts and your talents? Let me know in the comments below. Okay, one more thing we need to discuss, and then your girl is done. I'm tapping out. You've got Pluto over here in your 12th house, opposite Mercury, oh boy, in your 6th house. Now, an opposition in general is like an internal tug of war. It's like, do I not? Should I not? Now, for you, this is about like, do I say something? Do I not? Mercury in your 6th house, Pluto, power, regeneration, transformation in your 12th house of your dreams and your wishes fulfilled. So let's see, this could play out where you receive really good news about your health or something like that. Now, I'm looking in the highest vibration, remember. So the words you speak have power. You are speaking out something about your health, and you're speaking it out and you're speaking out and you're speaking it out. And all of a sudden, it's like you finally find your faith again. You believe in God, source, universe, creator again. It's like you receive some good news and it's like, oh my gosh, your faith is restored type of energy. Now, it could also play out that you receive some good news about your work. And because of that, you have your dreams and your wishes fulfilled here in your 12th house of like things coming to fruition. This is from the highest vibration. Now, remember, it's a tug of war, it's a push and pull. So it could be like, mm, do I talk about these things to people that I know that are like super powerful around spirituality, even? You might be receiving some downloads and messages that are going to help you transform your daily life and your daily routine. And you're like, okay, where are these messages coming from? And can I trust them? Like, who's talking to me right now, right? When my clarinet audience turned on Pisces, I was like, who said that? And it wasn't until like I'd done what my higher self told me to do, which was we came home from a brunch one day when we were living in Las Vegas on the Strip in the Waldorf Astoria. Yes, it was such an incredible experience. And we were walking home from brunch in the Bellagio. And I all of a sudden, as I was walking through the door, I heard somebody say, my higher self, say, go lie down in meditation right now. And I was like, okay, I just did it. I don't know. I just felt like, okay, that's the right thing to do. And then all of a sudden I lied down. Everything turned blue. I heard this beautiful music, which is the only time this has ever happened to me in meditation. And it said, throat chakra activated, throat chakra activated, throat chakra activated. And I came out of meditation. I was like, holy cow, that is crazy. Whatever just happened to me is crazy. But what happened to me was I turned on or activated my clairaudience, or for the first time, I listened to my higher self's guidance. And because I did, my throat chakra activated. It makes sense because before that, I was in a really awful car accident where my heart chakra traumatically opened. My Kundalini had risen in 2020, 2019 toward the end. And so my energy was kind of stuck in the heart. When the heart chakra opened, then it was able to travel to the throat chakra activated, and boom, I became a clairaudient channel. It was such a wild experience. So if you are receiving messages, Pisces, from your higher self, listen to its guidance.